For the past 4 weeks, I've been focusing on riding the MX track at Fox Valley Off Road, and at the end of each ride, I've been analyzing the video and seeing how my riding's been developing on the track. And I've noticed a trend from week to week. Basically, I spend a lot of time just idling on the bike when I'm riding the track. So by idling, I mean I'm not gassing, I'm not on the throttle, or I'm not braking. I'm just sitting on the bike while the bike is just rolling. And I mainly notice this when I'm going into a berm. So when this happens, I'm really just wasting time on the bike because I'm not doing anything efficient. I'm not gassing or I'm not braking. I'm just sitting. So for today's ride, my focus is trying to ride more efficiently. These past 4 weeks have been extremely beneficial for me in boosting my confidence on this track. I feel like I've really made some improvements, and I'm really excited for the GP and Hare Scramble races here next year just to see how getting this track down impacts my results. Now, when it comes to what we're focusing on for the ride today, the riding efficiency, that's not really something where we'll see too notable of results after a single ride. It's something that takes some time to learn and get down just because I'm completely rewiring my riding and relearning how to ride. I'm trying to completely take out any idle time on the bike and just focus on braking or gassing and no in between. So another thing I noticed when it comes to the efficiency of my riding is I have been lugging way too much. I've been in too high of a gear and it's been causing me to not get on the power band as fast as I should. So, to be honest, in previous rides, I've just been in third gear and I haven't really been shifting around this entire track. And then I've just been relying a ton on my clutch in order to get myself up to speed around the berms and over the jumps. So right now I'm shifting back and forth between second and third. So I'm in second gear going through the berms and over most of the jumps. And then third gear is mainly on the back stretch where we have the two doubles or whoops, whatever you want to call them, and then the small tabletop. Probably could shift up to third on this front stretch too, but I ended up not shifting. But the front stretch is definitely a place where you can carry a lot of speed. So I feel like as the day went on, I was doing a lot better on focusing on just braking or gassing and not idling. That's not to say I wasn't just coasting into the berms here and there, but definitely moving down a gear, going from third gear to second gear, forced me to get on the gas a little bit more and be less reliant on just feathering the clutch, getting up to a high speed, and then coasting into a corner. And also here, moving down a gear helps in that really mulchy section. I don't really know what the material is, but it's kind of like a mulch that will just throw your back tire all over the place and it can really bog you down. So, moving from third gear to second gear and being more on the power band, it makes it easier to get through a tricky section like that. I'm still really pumped about being able to clear the double here. That's again one of my goals that I had, especially the second half of this season. Now, in my last video, I did get some feedback about maybe trying to start gassing it maybe 5 to 10% sooner in that berm, and it's something I'm trying to get down. Now, I'm a little nervous if I gas too soon, then my back end or even front end will be out of control and then I'll go flying. But it's something that I do have in the back of my mind for future rides to just try and start gassing it a little bit sooner in the berms. So to end this episode, I figured let's reminisce a little bit by the start of the season, because I was trying to get down this single track section, and the last time I rode this section was back in May when the tracks just started opening up again after the shutdowns. So I really neglected this part of the track, but I figured I might as well give it a shot and see what I can and can't do now towards the end of the season. And I feel like I lost a little bit of speed here, which is unfortunate, but it is something that I'll try and ride here in the future rides. But um, the outdoor season is potentially coming to an end here soon. Right now, for Fox Valley, it sounds like they'll just continue to stay open as long as the weather is good. But once things start getting cold and snowy, then we'll move to the indoor riding at Megatrax. And I'm really excited to try that place out here in the coming weeks or months. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This weekend the weather isn't looking too great. It's looking a little rainy, so not sure if I'll be able to get out and ride, but we are still trying to make the most out of the end of the season, so hopefully we can get a few more rides before the end of the year.